the gospel according to Mary. Will matter then be destroyed, or not? The Savior said, the nature of every form, every creature, everything, they exist within each other, and again they will dissolve into their own origin. This is the nature of matter, it dissolves into only the things of its own nature. One who has ears to hear should listen. Peter said to him, as you have told us regarding everything, teach us about the other one, what is the sin of the world? The Savior said, no sin exists outside of you, it is you who makes sin. When you do those things such as adultery, this is called sin. Because of this, the holiness has come into your midst, into the nature of everything, and he will restore all back to their origin. Then he continued and said, because of this you get sick and you die, for you are loving what will deceive you. Whoever understands, let him understand. Matter gives rise to passion, which has no semblance of anything coming from outside of its nature. Then a disturbance arises throughout the body. Because of this, I tell you, become satisfied from within. If you are unsatisfied, you will seek satisfaction from the forms and images of matter. Anyone who has ears to hear should listen. When the Anointed One, Messiah, Christ, said these things, he greeted everyone by saying, peace be with you. Receive my peace. Be careful. Don't let anyone mislead you by saying, look over here, or look over there. For the servant of humanity exists within you. Follow after him. Those who seek him will find him. Go then and preach the gospel of the sanctuary. Don't set up any rules outside of what I instructed you, nor render any law like the lawgiver, or else you will be bound by it. After saying these things, he left. But they grieved and they wept exceedingly. They said, how will we go up to the pagans and preach the gospel of the sanctuary of the servant of humanity? If they didn't spare him, how will they spare us? Then Mary rose and she greeted everyone. She said to her brothers, don't weep and don't grieve, nor be broken-hearted. For his mercy will be with all of you, and it will protect you. Rather, let us praise his greatness, for he prepared us and he gave us humanity. When Mary said these things, she turned their hearts towards the holiness, and they began debating about the teachings of the Savior. Peter said to Mary, Sister, we know the Savior loved you more than other women. Tell us the teachings of the Savior, whatever you remember. Those things we have not heard. Mary then answered, saying, I will tell you that which has been hidden. And she began telling them these teachings. She said, I saw the Master in a vision and I said to him, Master, I saw you today in a vision. He answered and said, Blessed are you, for you don't hesitate seeing me, for the mind goes to where its treasure lies. I asked him this, Master, now who sees the vision? Is it seen from within the soul or in the spirit? The Savior responded, one sees the vision not in the soul or in the spirit, but from the mind, which exists between the two. 3 pages of text missing. Then Desire said, I didn't see you going down now but I see you going up. Why then do you lie, since you belong to me? The soul answered, I saw you but you didn't see me, nor did you know me. I was only a covering over you and you didn't recognize me. When she said these things, she left and rejoiced greatly. Again she came towards the third power, called ignorance. The power questioned the soul, asking, Where are you going? In wickedness they bound you. They bound you but don't judge. And the soul said, Why do you judge me though I did not judge? They bound me though I did not bind. They did not recognize me but I recognize that everything will dissolve, all the things of the earth, and the things of the sky. When the soul had overcome the first power, it rose and saw the fourth power, which assumed 7 forms. The first form is darkness. The second is desire. The third is ignorance. The fourth is the attraction for the dead. The 5th is the dominion of the flesh. The 6th is the foolish knowledge of the flesh. The 7th is the knowledge of rage. These are the 7 powers of the wicked. They asked the soul, "Where did you come from, slayer of the body? And where are you going, conqueror of space?" The soul answered, "What bound me was slain and what challenged me was overcome. My desire is gone and the ignorance has died. I was released from the world into the realm, and from a body into the form that is transcendental, and from the cycle of forgetfulness that exists only temporarily. From this time forward I will receive peace throughout the term of a lifetime in quietude." After Mary said this, she became silent, as the Savior had only spoken with her to this point. But Andrew said to the brothers, "Say whatever you want about what she said. Regardless, I don't believe the Savior said these things. These teachings seem to be contrary ideas." Peter also stated his concerns in this regard. He asked them this about the Savior: "Surely he didn't speak to a woman secretly without revealing this to us, did he? Do we now turn and all listen to her? Did he choose her over us?" Then Mary wept. She said to Peter, "My brother Peter, what do you think? You think I have conceived all this myself within my mind? Or that I would lie about the Savior?" Levi replied to Peter, "Peter, you have always been angry. I see that you are now arguing with this woman like you are enemies. If the Savior has considered her deserving, who are you to dismiss her? Surely the Savior knows her very well. Because of this, he loved her more than us. Instead, we should be ashamed of ourselves, and take it upon ourselves to perfect our humanity, and seek him from within ourselves to do what he commanded us to do, to preach the gospel. We should not set up another rule or another law outside of what the Savior said." When Levi said this, they started to leave, and they began teaching and preaching. This is the gospel according to Mary.